The Great Pyramid of Khufu stands 146 meters tall. To reach that height, the builders stacked over 2 million individual stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. This visualization shows the relentless pace of that construction. To finish the project within a 20-year window, workers had to successfully place one of those massive blocks every few minutes, day and night, for 2 decades. They achieved this schedule without iron tools, without pulleys to lift the weight, and without the help of the wheel. Faced with a timeline and technology gap that tight, popular culture often fills the void with myths of extraterrestrial intervention or millions of brutalized slaves. But archaeological evidence points towards a highly organized, physically ingenious workforce. The reality of Giza was a system of supply chains, human organization, and physics working in a precise industrial-scale sequence. The logistical chain started miles away from the construction site. According to the Diary of Merer, a 4,500-year-old logbook, elite boatmen navigated artificial canals to deliver high-quality casing stones directly from the Tora quarries to the Giza Plateau. Once the stones were offloaded, work gangs called phyles had to drag the 2.5-ton blocks over dry desert terrain. Doing this without wheeled carts meant fighting intense, constant friction. This ancient relief shows exactly how they solved it. A worker at the front pours water into the path of the wooden runners. This moisture creates capillary bridges between sand grains, stiffening the surface and reducing pulling force by half. The Egyptians manipulated physics at the granular level to move macroscopic mountains of stone. Sustaining the energy to drag those sleds required an industrial-scale support system. Southeast of the pyramids, archaeologists uncovered the lost city of Hayt el-Garab, a massive operational hub built specifically to house and feed thousands of workers. The settlement's remains dismantle the idea of a starving slave workforce. Laborers were provided a high-protein diet, including meat from cattle and sheep, alongside thousands of daily bread loaves. Workers also received specialized medical attention. Skeletons from the nearby cemetery show evidence of successfully healed bone fractures and even complex brain surgeries. These laborers were not disposable, but rather a valued human engine that was vital to the survival of the state. Feeding the workers and dragging the stones was only the first half of the challenge. The builders still had to elevate thousands of blocks to a final height of 146 meters. This diagram illustrates the problem with a single long ramp stretching up to the summit. To maintain a gentle enough incline for the workers, the ramp would need to be over 1.6 kilometers long, requiring more material than the pyramid itself. A spiral ramp wrapping around the outer walls would save space, but it introduces a fatal architectural flaw. It obscures the corners, preventing the architects from measuring the pyramid's precise angles as it rose. Architect Jean-Pierre proposed a different solution, an internal spiral ramp, a hollow corkscrew pathway built simultaneously within the pyramid's outer masonry. Modern particle physics supports this theory. Using muon tomography to X-ray the structure, scientists detected unexplained voids behind the northern face that map directly to the shape of an internal ramp. The evidence suggests the Great Pyramid was constructed from the inside out. In the final stages of the project, the builders dismantled their temporary platforms, polished the gleaming white limestone casing stones, and set the final capstone into place. Today, we see a rough, stepped ruin because centuries of erosion and quarrying stripped away the outer shell. But the structure Khufu's architects originally completed was blindingly smooth and mathematically exact. That precision was achieved through the coordinated effort of boatmen, bakers, surveyors, and work gangs. The Great Pyramid survives as the enduring record of human logistical genius and the collective physical grit of the workers who assembled it.